Hi again. This time I'm going to made a like speed process for the digital ink for this sketch. This one is a little series I've been making, which I call it like pin-up girls. And this time this couple is like a winter scene. They are on Central Park. Um, so let's start with the file and the process. If you watch, I'm working on a second layer. For this time, I think it will be maybe just enough to work with one layer for the characters. I'm sorry, and one extra layer for the background. Maybe a speed up will help here a little bit because it's maybe the same process I use in all my works. If you watch more of my clips, you will see that it's almost the same process I'll be using. My recommendation, if you are trying to do something like this, is I don't know, maybe work with some layers you wanted. For me, in some occasion, it's maybe three layers enough. One for the characters, one for the background, and another one maybe for an extra element I want to control by some extra element. And yes, here, what I'm going to do, it's a mm, maybe a clean line, but at the same time, I will try to do like character line, which is when you try to do like some areas more thick uh, than others, which give you the impression that this is that you are working like with ordinary ink. This will be obviously working in a like Cintiq or digital table. Um, I'm sorry, digital tablet. That will help you. Maybe you can adjust the pressure of your pencil or your software. Maybe I usually work on Photoshop for this kind of exercise, and here I try to do the same like rendering I used to do when I worked in previous years on paper and stuff like that. Those times those exercises were really helpful for maybe jump to full digital. And yes, maybe here will be just that enough. As you can see, the process is almost the same. You work previously on maybe some sketch, and even in the sketch, I usually work with maybe two uh, or three layers, but as maybe for the sketch is just enough one of them. So in here, the sketch it's in a bottom layer, and the second one. I like to do a different kind of thickness for the external ink that you are watching, and because I like the cartoonish style, I try to do it on my characters. And in here, it's the part that you're watching in this area. For maybe for the skin and the faces and all of the little details, I try to use a I don't know, mm, more precise line. And for the rest of the elements, I can use a more thick line for those elements. And for the rest, and you maybe just need to fill it up with black, and you will get the shadows and some kind of projections with the elements that it's above or something. So for this first layer, this will be the characters, and it's almost finished. At the time I usually work, as you are watching, um, the characters are already done. I add another layer just for the background, as I was saying, and in here the perspective that will be the most important thing. Um, uh, in real time, the time I use to make a page like this, or most of it, every page I do, it's like about um, maybe 5 hours for the sketch, 6 hours depending on the details that I want to achieve on each one. And in the line, um, in the characters and the backgrounds, for page, maybe that will be like also like eight, but I'm sorry, like 8 to 9, or if there are a lot of panels, maybe like 10 hours. But in here, I think the capture I got, I think this was a little, uh, I put a little effort, and I finished it in less time. I think there was like 8 hours with the color also. Um, so yeah, I think every time you are making any kind of exercise, you will speed up your process, and you will get more detail, more experience, and obviously more speed and more quality on your work. For this time, the scene is located, on New York, and in Central Park, which is the place I really like to visit and take as inspiration. I like to make videos about this place. I took some footage from every angle I can, on the street, on the areas of the park, and the places nearby this area. So this little page, by the way, I will be making some kind of collection in I don't know, a short period, so I can put all of my art I've been making of this little collection I've been calling like pinup girls, and maybe I will print some of them as a book art, or maybe as a comic. But this art, I think that will be on some kind of book art with some other exercise I got. And yes, for here, the first approach was on winter. This, if you follow my page, you will see that this image was like from end of the year and the beginning of this one. And this record I was saving for when I got the time to make a little, I don't know, a little clip about the process and stuff like that. And yes, back to the file. As you are watching, there are only two layers, as I was saying. The background is in one, the characters and on another one. And for the color, maybe just one will be necessary. If I feel like I need it or I want it, I will do a one layer for the color of the characters and another one for the color of the background. One of the things I like when I am making this kind of elements is the organic way you can make with these rocks and leaves and shadow, because there are no uh, geometric define figures, so you can make a little more freestyle on this area, and this is why this was kind of a quick finishment for the background. And in here I just going to make the line, because the color I didn't have to the time to make the full process, but the color is already done. So this is the line as you're watching. Little details. I really like this image in particular. This is the sketch, the first part. I really love these characters. I've been working with them, and I think I will make another scene with them. I really love the way they look, and maybe I will extend this message. And finally, the color, I really like the way they look. So thank you for following, and I will see you on the next time with another exercise.